Hello, I know there are still a few of you out there, Anna, who like Greek, so I thought I'd do a little lunch snack, the Greek of the week. I've been doing a few verses from Revelation, kind of piecing it together. We started in chapter 17 and suggested that at least the location of Revelation 17 is probably around the year 69, the year of the three emperors, right before Jerusalem was destroyed. Then went back to chapter 13 and suggested that whoever this eighth king is, he's modeled on Nero. And the number 666 is probably Nero. Perhaps Sunday I'll do a Revelation decoded in Revelation 12. I think Revelation 12, for the most part, is fairly understandable. But this is about Greek, right? Get on with it, Ken. Give me the Greek. So see if you can pronounce this Greek. Here's my Erasmian pronunciation. Kai ablethe, in modern Greek it would be ablethi. Anyway, ho drakon, ho megas, ho opsis, ho archaios. All right. So what do you recognize? I see ho, 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 ho. It is coming to Christmas time, isn't it? About a month. This is the word the. Fairly easy verse in that sense. Ho is the masculine nominative singular word for the. So if you're going to have the on a masculine subject, it's going to be ho. So ho drakon, Draco Malfoy, the dragon. Drakon, the dragon. Ho megas, the great dragon. There's a little bit of Semitism, I think, in this verse. This is a attributive construction, article noun, article adjective, but we translate it as the great dragon, even though it's the dragon the great. That's not good English. So we have to, this whole idea that a word for word translation is better, it's not. Like the dragon the great is not a good English translation, even though it's woodenly what we have here. All right, hoopsis, the serpent. Ho archaios, the ancient serpent, which is an allusion to Genesis. By the way, there isn't a lot in the Bible that equates the serpent in the Garden of Eden with Satan. This is one of the very few verses where the serpent in the Garden of Eden is equated with Satan. In fact, nowhere in the Old Testament is the serpent equated with Satan. By the way, I believe, I solemnly swear I believe the serpent was Satan. Okay, so lest you think that I'm doubting that, I do believe that the serpent in the garden was Satan. But it is interesting how much of what we say is the Bible is really our traditions of interpretation. But here it is clear that Revelation clearly understands the serpent in the Garden of Eden to be Satan. So, I gave it away. I gave the secret away. Oh, anyway, you're going to find out in this verse later on that the serpent is Satan. So the great dragon, the ancient serpent. So we're left with ablethe. What is ablethe? Well, theta eta is like a mountain that says aorist passive. If I can see the bl in the middle there, the bl in the middle is balo, which is to throw, ballistic missile, throwing it your way. Ablethe is he, she, or it was thrown. The epsilon here is what? It's an augment. Past tense. So this is an aorist passive. And the great dragon, the ancient serpent, was cast out. Well, actually, he was cast. He was thrown. Toss me. So the serpent was tossed. Where from? Oh, let me give you the translation. You wanted to know the translation. So, and was cast, the dragon, the great. Again, this is a Hebrew order or a Semitic order. Could be Aramaic as well. Verb first, then the subject. So I think it's fair to say that John the Revelator is probably a Jew. Big surprise there. So, and the dragon, the great dragon, the ancient serpent was cast. Who is this guy? See if you can pronounce that. Here it is. Ho kalumenos, diabolos, kai ho satanas, ho planon. Okay, so diabolos, diabolo, the devil. and then Satanas, Satan. So the great dragon, the serpent, ancient serpent, was cast. Who is he? He is the one called the devil and called the Satan, who is the one who deceives the whole inhabited world. Okay, so devil, Satan, fairly clear. What are these things here? Well, they are participles. So this is the, again, we see the, nominative masculine singular, the. So these are all descriptors. The dragon, comma, the serpent, comma, the one being called devil and the Satan, comma, the one deceiving the whole inhabited world. These are all kind of in apposition. They're telling you more about, tell me more. Actually, don't tell me more about the devil. But so the one being called the devil and the Satan, the adversary, and Satan, the one deceiving the inhabited world. So what is this one? The one being called. How did you get that, Ken? Well, so the men here, men are passive participles or middle, but it's a ing word, and the being here, the one being, gets the passive idea, and it gets the participle idea. Where does one come from? Well, it's the being called one. This is called the substantive use of an adjective, or a participle is a verbal adjective. So we have to come up with, it doesn't say the man being called. There's no man here, or the angel being called, or the what demon being called. It doesn't tell us what. We have to come up with it. And so that's where the one comes up with. We have to come up with it in order to make good English. He is the one being called. Called comes from kaleo, and os is nominative masculine singular ending, so it has to match the ho. So, and the dragon, the great dragon, was cast from heaven. That is the ancient serpent, the one who is called the devil and the Satan, the one deceiving. Now this is planao. Planets wander, and Satan causes a wandering from the truth. This is a nominative masculine singular participle. Of course, we would have guessed that from the ho. Article never lies. There's been a crash between the alpha of planao and the own of the participle ending. They crashed. Omegas win over everything. The alpha was run over. And so we've got a police line on the top to say, there's been an accident here. Go home. There's nothing to see here. So the great dragon was cast. That is the ancient serpent, the one being called the devil, and the Satan, the one who deceives the whole world. Again, whole comes after the noun. Again, fits very well in a Hebrew context, Semitic background. Oikumene is where we get economy from. It's not just the world as in the land. It's the people in the world, the inhabited world. So it doesn't include deserted islands. It includes places where there are people, the whole world. He deceives the whole bunch of people here. Okay? So we know who the dragon is. The dragon is the devil. All right, let's finish this verse. See if you can pronounce that. Eblethe eistain gain, kai hoi angaloi autu. Here's Eblethe again. He was cast on the land. He was cast unto the ground. And the angels of him, finish the verse, with him, they were cast. And his angels were cast with him. These are the demons. With him, metautu, prepositional phrase. Autu is genitive of, that the of comes from the genitive ending. Okay, so what is this one? Well, we've got a theta again. A mountain that says aorist passive, which indicates that this epsilon is an augment. There's bl of balo. So it is an aorist passive indicative. Third plural, the son, because angels are plural. They were cast. Angels were cast. And that's the verse. Now, by the way, this is not about the fall before creation, right? There's a tendency to think of this as the fall of Satan, early, the gap theory in between Genesis 1:1 and 1:2. Nope. This is about the dethroning of Satan from heaven that took place with the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. But I'm getting beyond this Greek verse into interpretation, which maybe on Sunday I'll look at Revelation 12. This has been The Greek of the week, a little lunch snack.